I've got two children at the Murrayfield Nursery, Martha, who's 4.5 years old, and little Dexter, who's 1.5 years old. Martha's been at the nursery for maybe about 2 years now, and Dexter since he was 9 months old. Reasons for choosing Murrayfield: it's relatively handy for where we stay, so that was a big factor for us, and also it was recommended. We've got friends who also had their little boy here when we were looking to move Martha into a closer nursery, so it came highly recommended from our friends. They seem to do lots of stuff in the preschool room, so certainly there's lots of learning that seems to span a number of weeks. So they'll pick one subject and they will learn about that one subject in a number of different ways. What's useful for the parents, I guess, is there's lots of things go up on the wall, so you get to see at the end of the day what Martha's done, how she's contributed to whatever it is they're learning about, and there'll be for a couple of months there'll be a big frieze on the wall about whatever it is they're learning, and then it'll all change and they'll start doing something else. Another thing that Martha does, which I'm really impressed by, they seem to go through they bring a newspaper in every day. I think someone picks up the Metro on the bus on the way in the morning, one of the teachers, and they sit down with that paper and they learn about the current affairs, what's happening today. They talk about some of the stories that they see there, maybe some of the serious stuff, and then maybe some of the more light-hearted things that they read throughout the paper. And it's always good when I pick Martha up at the end of the day. She's talking about the kind of things that I've been reading about, and she's got a kind of understanding about some of the kind of things that are going on in the world around her, which I think is really good and really impressive. I think for me, I find the interaction I have with the staff here really good. So I do pickups. My wife usually drops off in the morning, so when I pick Martha and Dexter up at the end of the day, I get a good download of what they've been doing. With that download, they try and include the child in that download, so they're asking Martha, what did you do today? Can you tell Daddy what you learnt? What did you enjoy? And I leave the nursery at the end of the day knowing what my child's been doing, what they've been learning, how they've had fun, and then it gives me something to chat to them on the drive home and over dinner as well. It's difficult to say. I don't talk to lots of parents about their experiences with their nurseries, so I'm not sure what is unique here. Certainly, our experience from, as I say, Martha was in a nursery for a couple of years, for about a year or so before we moved here. She seems to have. It seems to be more. I'm sure there's a lot of process that goes on in the background, but it feels more like the children are just here to have fun, and they seem to learn by having fun. And there's always, when you come pick them up at the end of the day, there's always lots of laughter about, and everyone seems to be enjoying themselves and busy, which we didn't experience so much in our previous nursery. It seemed very structured. And whilst I'm sure there's a structure behind what they do here, the structure doesn't seem to impact on the children's enjoyment. So for me, they always seem very happy and excited and about what they've done during the day, which perhaps wasn't my experience from the previous nursery.